Hello everybody, this is Gray here again, and I just wanted to show off some stuff in Minecraft. This is a little creative redstone server. I just kind of made the template myself. Just a bunch of layers of sandstone. There's like some cobblestone such underneath. Just a generic world. There's random little things where I was teaching people redstone stuff, but first of all I just wanted to show this little system here, which, for example, let's just say that, if you're wondering, real quick, if you're wondering about the whole soul sand thing, one-way gates, or redstone gates, or redstone, rails, like minecart only gates, you can't go through if this setup here, like, let's just do this real quick. If you set up something like this with soul sand in front of it, you can't get through this direction, but if you come from this way, obviously you can. The problem is, if you just kind of jump, you can do it, so that's why I have this entire little section here of a lot of soul sand, is because even if you jump here, because you're lower in the first place on the soul sand, you can't do it, and I set it so far out just because, you know, running jumps. Anyways, let's just say you have this little setup over here. This is where I marked this off. This little minecart section down here or whatever, you don't actually have to use hoppers or anything, but let's just say you're out mining somewhere and you have left this trail here behind you. Now, let's just go ahead and say you've got only cobblestone or whatever, but you want to send it back to your base. So, I mean, you can set it in here, but we're just going to go and put it straight into here. Now, let's just say you want to send it back. So let's just press the button, and it'll go back to the base. You can see it arrive there right now. And now, when it lands on this, what is it doing? Well, if you open this chest, it's actually depositing into here. But once this gets close to full, which shouldn't take too long, you'll see the actual entire purpose for this. Once it hits 64, what do you think's going to happen? This is what happens. It goes right back. Now, the entire way this works basically is very, very simple. Just have rails leading up to this, have a powered rail on top of a hopper. Hopper's obviously depositing into this. You actually have to shift click with it, so like if you do this, obviously you put the chest down first, shift right click with the hopper and chest, and there you go. That just deposits that. So when it lands on this, obviously it's going to immediately start putting stuff into the hopper. Now, because of that, I have a comparator running out from the hopper, so that as soon as there's an item in there, this is powered. That'll turn off this torch, which is actually normally powering this block, and thus this redstone, which then powers that. So as a result, it goes through, once there's an item in, turns that on, turns the circuit off, that stops. Once it's done depositing everything in there, the hopper will be empty, which turns it back on, sends it right back. So that's a very, God, I'm a bit terrible at jumping. That's a very simple little idea I came up with. The only problem is, once you get to a certain distance, the chunks don't load, redstone stuff doesn't work, so you can't really do it. I understand what, like, vanilla Minecraft is trying to add some new features, and I like that, but without mods, there's no chunk loader blocks, and there's just problems with it. So the other things I've made over here is, this is an idea, a concept I got from Flabaliki, and if you're wondering why there's one behind it, I was showing my brother how to build it, and showing that it can be done, trying to show how it was necessary to build. This was basically the way it was originally built, and I know you're probably looking at this and seeing the circuit and wondering, okay, what? Just go and watch look up Flabaliki. It's Flabaliki. He does a storage card, and this is what this is. The original recipe here was only 4 blocks from the track behind it right here, going back to here. This doesn't work because, for some reason, even though this actually flips in time, the minecart doesn't detect it properly, and even though that faces this direction, the cart still decides to go this direction. So all I did was just extend it by 1, like that, and problem solved. So just to show off what it does, let's just say you want the cart behind this one. Let's just say there's a sign here that says armor. You just press the button, that cart will come out, go over here, you can go down here, open it up, and okay, so I guess that was the bread cart, whatever. Then you just send it right back, and it goes right back to the exact one it came from. And it's actually a really cool concept, because, I mean, obviously, if you just press that button, that one will come out. And the good thing about it is that when there's a cart here, pressing the button for the other one does nothing. So that's a really cool safe method here. Let's see. Other things, this one right here, just a little tutorial I got from some guy. I was testing out bud switches. Watched his video, and I apologize. I commented on it and said that bud switches were broken in 1.5. His video, he renamed it because it actually did work in 1.5. He updates his titles to acknowledge whether or not it does work in the latest update. Normally when I see that, of course, I think, hey, why did you update the name? This is broken in 1.5, or this is broken in a new feature, because they did change block update detections, but it does work, so my mistake on that. There's a string above this, which of course, quasi-directional. It's behind this little piston. Somehow it powers the piston through this little bizarre circuit here that I really don't understand. I don't know how it works. I know a lot about Redstone, but I do not understand the whole bud circuits, so I just decided not to question it. But basically, you have these little powered rails here. This block will extend out. There's this whole circuit. Somehow this powers this rail. I think it's this repeater here, yeah. And is it? It's something like that. Yeah, I think that's it. Whatever. Basically, as soon as you get in, of course, you're affecting this string, which activates the entire circuit, and you're instantly launched off the minecart section, which is going really slow for some reason. That was kind of retarded. But anyways, that's that. And it's kind of a cool little automatic minecart launcher. I mean, you literally just get in the minecart and off you go. So, hey, there's that. What the hell is that? Oh, right, my bad. I know what that is. My phone locked. One sec. Just gotta bring up my stopwatch and make sure that I'm definitely going at good speed, because I don't want to waste you guys' time. Anyways, the building here. This, I'm not gonna lie, this building looks huge. It really isn't. I've got to find a way to put this entire circuit underground, because honestly, the wall is probably like right here. Let's look inside. Yeah, that's actually exactly where it is. The wall is right here, so only from this side over is the actual room, which means all of this is the circuit. And I don't like that, because it makes this building look huge, but you can literally only use about like maybe 2/5 of the entire building. And it's, let's see if I remember the code. I believe I said it is would be 4132. So basically press the 4th button down here, first one, third one, and the second one, and hey look, our door opens. That I actually got from another guy. I can't remember his actual URL right now. It's like CNBMinecraft, I think that's it. But I watched his entire tutorial, put it all together, and noticed there was one little problem with it. Well, there's actually two problems with it. One, in his tutorial, also lighting glitch. Anyways, in his tutorial, he actually... See, I hate those little ambience sounds when you're in dark areas or whatever. That's just, it's silly. Mobs can't even spawn. Also to note, the reason it's on a desert is because nothing can spawn except for bats. Because it's on peaceful, no pigs, cows, whatever will spawn in the desert, but unfortunately, because when it's dark, there's bats. So I just had to go into the server settings and disable mob, animal, and NPC spawning entirely. Anyways, originally this was not built up like this. Let me just grab these little materials here. These are all just set to 1. And he actually had it built to where it was like this, and it didn't work as a result. You actually do have to build it down 1, and some guy actually showed me that in one of his videos, and I greatly appreciate that he actually explained that. But the other thing, this green circuit back here, I actually ran in myself. I had to figure out how to make this work. I have this running under the ground towards this direction. There's like this crazy circuit system here. Let's see if I can actually show it off a little bit. And obviously it's running into this direction. This right here is a little inverter. And like if I go down this way, oops, I just grabbed the pressure plate, but obviously it's going around this way. It actually curves off here. Let me drop down, it goes around this direction into this repeater, which is powering this and what turns that off. So obviously if that circuit turns on, or off rather, then it'll repeat the signal here, and obviously as a result this will turn on, send the signal down this way, which will hit this, which will turn this off and thus close the door. The reason for the other system though, of course, the little button here, is that it actually goes back further. This direction goes around and actually comes out over here, which hits this and obviously turns it on. So even if this whole circuit is off, then yeah, even if the circuit coming from this direction is off, if I hit that pressure plate, it comes back around here and turns this on so you can still power the door. But the other thing is that it's also running this direction towards that green circuit. Now the reason for this, let me just go ahead and put all this stone back up. And it is 1 block away from the door, so it's not actually at this spot here, which means if you come in, you could just go around here and not hit the pressure plate. But the reason for the pressure plate, obviously, is you hit that green circuit, and what it does is, let's go back over here, and also my phone locked again. I'm so sorry for having to do this. iPhone really needs to change the stopwatch setting to where it doesn't lock the phone while it's in action. Anyway, green circuit comes over here, runs down, hits these repeating signals, will activate this torch, send the signal out this way, which comes right back around to the last RS NOR latch, activates the reset line, which turns the entire thing off. Now the reason for that is, is that obviously when when the RS NOR latch for this is reset, this signal stops, that door closes. The reason for that is, let's just say you first go in. Obviously, when you go in normally without that whole reset thing, the door stays open. There's no way to close it. Now, if you go in, hit this button, or the pressure plate, that door will close. And because of the system going underneath here, to where even if that line is not powered and it wraps back around, when you stand on this, the door opens, you have enough time because of the delay to get out. So, I need to find a way to put it underground, because I like the way it works. It's a wonderful little hidden thing. But as you can see, it took up so much space of this little building here, and it makes the building look huge when not a lot of it. I mean, you guys saw the interior. Not big at all. I don't like that. Built this little, just playing around with the new quartz in 1.5, just wanted to see what like a little arch type thing looks. And I mean, it's not great. I'm not a very good artist when it comes to building things. There's my little German flag. Also, if you guys are wondering about my skin, I am Clavier Gavin. Anyways, so it kind of looks like Greek architecture, like very bad Greek architecture, like Lego Greek architecture. I can't build things, I'm sorry, but there's that. Also, yeah, there's this. And another thing I built in quartz, because I really love the way quartz looks. It is so gorgeous. Anyways, the whole function of this is, you know, come in, it's really dark inside. Let's turn on a light. It's a little buggy, and it is kind of hard to work with, because even though 1.5 added redstone stuff, it broke redstone stuff. And it's frustrating, but then you just turn that back on, it'll pull that back up, and close it back up. And it works, but you have to play around with it a lot, and the whole entire circuit's in here, and I'm just gonna like kind of show you this. This part right here is a little block switcher. I can't show you the entire circuit because I don't want to tear this entire thing down, but this swaps the blocks here. It's a CNBMinecraft. I just had to do a little bit of tweaking to make it work. And also, it is raining, I believe, so toggle downfall. I think that was right. Oh, good. So it actually was raining, now it's not. If you're wondering about that little message that says clock.exe, I have, yeah, it's over here. I'll just show you that real quick. I'm trying to keep this a little bit short, this like almost 15 minutes. I apologize. But, like right here, this little red daylight detector running down here, going around, coming back this direction, powering this little repeater, and of course underneath that, you can't actually select it right now because there's stuff in the way. But if I just destroy this, just little time set 0, to where basically, once it gets to a just the right level, it'll activate that, and activate that whole thing, and basically it's just, it's good because I don't have to worry about daytime or nighttime ever happening, which is really good for redstone worlds. I still have to worry about rain, but if you wonder why I couldn't see rain, I do have particles on minimal, or actually no, I don't. I have graphics on fast. I do have smooth lighting off because I don't like smooth lighting. I have clouds off. Oh, God, I feel stupid. It's a freaking desert. Really? Really? Okay, anyways, main thing I wanted to show you guys, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this, but if you look over here, obviously, you see nothing, but this is another thing I got from CNBMinecraft. I did kind of tweak it myself. I had to make it work and change some things. I will be doing a tutorial on it shortly, and hit this button. Hey, what's this? There's a little room down here. So it's like a little nuclear fallout shelter. It's obviously not a wonderful one, because, I mean, if you can get in that easily, then that's kind of bad. But, there's this setup, and I'm really bad at decorating, guys. But, I mean, basically I put, like, a little jukebox here, which I love that theme. It's so dark and creepy. Anyways, let's just go ahead and take that back out, and I'll put it back in. Actually, you know what? Another one of my favorite ones, cat, because cats are amazing. But anyways, whole concept, I guess I decided that, like, these are the washer and dryer. I don't even know, man. Just a cactus there, flower there, chest, bed. This little wooden pressure plate on top is like supposed to be like, you know, cutting board, sink, the oven, and the oven and stove top, the fridge. Oh god, I really don't know what my problem is. But you can close the door by just pressing this, and little hidden piston setup, and obviously this makes it look beautiful, because I mean it's a small room. You can obviously expand outward however much you want, but I mean now this entire room is closed from the inside, so I mean you can't tell there's any way in or out. I mean you think obviously door, but I mean that's just the fridge, because you know most fridges are white or black, I guess, but I don't know. I had an idea, and anyways, so that's pretty much it. This is all the things that I've actually built. I probably could build more, but I really haven't. This is something one of my other friends built. Oh, well, I guess I did kind of build this, which is just kind of playing around. Don't disregard the repeaters. I was trying to test out the whole hopper thing, to where if items flow down into a hopper, will they actually dispense into a chest? And yes, they will. So you can like hoe all of this, plant all the seeds. Once they're fully grown, just activate this. That pushes it all. It goes into this little flowing little river thing into these hoppers, which dispense it into the chest, which is actually really cool, because like an auto kind of farming thing. Obviously you still have to plant it yourself, but I mean, once it's fully grown, hey, there you go. You can press that. You don't have to go up and gather everything. It just goes right into the chest, so that's convenient. What is all this stuff doing here? I don't like that. Get away. German flag. I swear I'm talking like 90 miles an hour, so I think that's it. That's my friend's name, if you're wondering. He's Bam. That is actually his name. His name is Bam. So there's that. And yeah, I can't find anything else, so I will probably do another video shortly hereafter, and once I figure out how to remake that entire little circuit over there, the little hidden staircase and little fallout shelter. So I'll find out how to make that, and again, rather, and I will post a tutorial for you guys. You can check it out. Most of this stuff I did get from either, like I said, Flabaliki or CNBMinecraft. I will be doing my own little Redstone tutorial starting from the very beginning, teaching everybody the basics of Redstone and how to actually build all the way up to the actual circuits and how they work. And I'll eventually get into my own custom Redstone projects once I get some ideas. But for now, thank you for watching. My name's Gray, and it's been a pleasure.